So this is the major reason why for a long time I regretted moving to Nigeria. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel.
Welcome.
So today is, I don't know what it is. It's a Monday and the children are at school, hence why the house is very peaceful and calm. Although we have our furry babies here with us, Coco, Amber, and their babies as well. So this is Amber Boy, Coco, and this is Coco Baby. Coco Baby. So it's just us and our furry babies, and of course some of the people that live here. But today is going to be a very significant day in our lives because it's not significant. Look how significant. Why are you looking at me like that?
That's it.
Me is significant, and I choose to take it seriously so that I can be grateful.
It doesn't mean I'm not grateful.
It means you're not grateful. Today is significant, guys. Let me tell you what's happening today. Today we're going to be getting solar energy installed in our house. So right now there's no electricity because the gen is off. The gen is off because we don't have any need for it, and we were actually about to step out before we confirm that the guys are on their way. Let's allow them to come. I'll give you the full tea. I know one day this will not be a big deal. We might be able to, we will, not might, afford enough panels and batteries to take us completely off the grid, for us never ever to think about NEPA or generator or any of those things. But for now, you see, this place we are starting from is a huge deal to me. Like, electricity in Nigeria being unstable has caused so many issues, especially mentally for me, moving back from the US, because I just couldn't function well. I had done college. I did my whole entire university over there. Internet is fast. You know, the speed of the internet is something you can adjust to over time. But you see, this electricity, you have absolutely no control. People can just decide. Other people would decide when you're productive. Other people, so it was a big challenge. And now having to start getting that power back in our hands is a big deal. It's a big deal. And so, yeah, this is just some clips from when they brought the panels and the batteries, and that same day they did the installation. It took a few days until everything was set and started working, right? It was that same day that it started working. But before we could understand the realities of it, of switching it between, like, from electricity, knowing when it's charging, knowing how long the battery will last us for, being able to gauge and understand the sunlight and all of that, took us just a few days. But in just a matter of 2 days, we were good. And it's been bliss, guys. It's been amazing. Please, this is the number on the screen. Call Cornerstone and just tell him that you saw his number, you got his number from YouTube watching Lade's video. You must call my name. If not, there is no discount for you. But when you call my name, he'll give you free consultation. So that's part of the package that you get, and then he will also give you a discount depending on how many panels. They install all over the country, nationwide in Nigeria. So yeah, you're welcome. Hi guys, I decided to just quickly conclude this vlog, however disjointed it has been, by talking over while I get ready. Or at least I'm trying to do like minimal. I just got solar power. It came with 4 panels and 1 inverter. That's the system that retains the power, and then batteries. We got 2 batteries, but we can always upgrade. We want to be able to upgrade even our solar panels. We want to be able to upgrade so that it can last longer. But since we got it, guys, one of the biggest challenges since I moved to Nigeria was adjusting to this electricity matter. Like, it just weighs me down so much. We spent so much money on fuel. We're able to on the generator, right, when you need electricity. But there were times where it got really frustrating, and it started to disturb my mental health, because apart from the fact that you're sleeping, like, you want to have breeze when you're sleeping, you want fan to blow you or AC, but barest minimum, even if it's just fan, yeah. Apart from that, there is this, like, I don't like talking when I'm putting my concealer. Do you guys talk when you put your concealer? Yeah, I was saying that apart from, just the having a very like seamless night, because in Nigeria the weather is hot, fact. And when I first moved, that was a big issue because I had a 7-month-old baby, and she was always breaking out with heat irritation, heat rashes, heat related things, and we didn't like it. But yeah, in that season of our lives, we just had to abase. And yeah, it's been years since then, but now that we decided to get it, the difference has been just amazing. Because see, even when you can afford to buy fuel to on the generator, when you turn on that generator, there's this unspoken tension as to the fuel is going to eventually finish. So the generator is run by fuel, that's petrol, right? And so you know that when I'm done with this, like when this petrol is exhausted, the generator is going to turn off. For us, when we moved to our current location, electricity was so much better. But right now, as I'm speaking to you guys right now, we've not gotten any electricity in our house for 4 days. It got really bad to the point where we thought it was bad at that time. Where we used to bring the lights from 11 p.m. and take it by 4 a.m. or 4:30 a.m. That's like 5 hours in 24 hours. But now they will take it for days on end, no explanation, no excuse, no reason rather. And yeah, this is the reality of living in Nigeria. And if anything, this was really a problem I needed to adjust. To something else was internet, but internet we solved that before the electricity. So we have Wi-Fi at home we are able to use to work. Very, very, very good, because it also works with the TV. And these are things that they were normal for me, like right when I was in the US. But coming to Nigeria, Gobe, they were big mountains that we had to conquer, we had to climb, we had to subdue. So yeah, that's the gist about how life has been before having the solar. And now, guys, knowing that I can charge my phone anytime, knowing that, and another thing, we're now more conscious about how we turn on bulbs in the house, how we turn on the lights, how we turn off fans, and make sure that electrical appliances are not left turned on. Anything that's not in use is turned off. And see, this our solar carries my freezer, so if there's enough sunlight and it's able to charge, I can turn on my freezer. It's such a blessing. What led us to this point where we said we must get this solar? What led us to this point? It was once Tinubu came into power, after May 29th or whatever the date he came into May, right? The next month was June. That was when we knew that he now got here. So normally in the house we used to consume approximately 2,000 to 3,000 naira fuel in a day. If I'm home, and if I need to work from home, 3, right? We still turn it off at night. It doesn't stay overnight. The most frustrating things about this fuel matter was not being in control of the variables. What's the variable? The fuel, like the petrol, getting it, and not being in control of that. Like all of a sudden there can be a fuel scarcity, or they'll say no fuel, or different things can just happen, and you'll be stuck, and you'll be left with depending on NEPA light or like scavenging. I remember there was a time there was fuel scarcity. We literally had people help us go out of state or like out of town to a neighboring town, same state, to go and buy us fuel. Like it was really bad. It was really, really bad. And so once Tinubu came into power and the price of fuel doubled, it was more than double, because it was like about 220, 240, whatever. I don't even remember what it was. And then all of a sudden now we're paying 500 naira per liter. In some places 510, 520. The change was too drastic, because at the time we also had a car that was taking a lot of fuel. It was, I think, an 8-plug engine, and if you know anything about cars, you know that is a lot of fuel to be used. So there was that, and there was the car, and then there was also the generator. So something that we used to spend about 3,000 naira a day became something that we're spending about 6,000 a day for the gen, approximately maybe say 5k. And then for the car, for school runs to be possible, we will spend also around 5,000 naira. We used to spend around 2,000 naira daily. but now we'll spend around 5,000 naira. Guys, do you know what this means? That we're spending 10,000 naira every day on fuel. That's just car and house. We still had church. And just if in case you don't know, it's your first time on this channel, our church is a growing church. There's no church money, quote and unquote. We have to be the ones to buy it. So the load was too much, the burden was too much. We had to do something about it. So I think the first thing we did was change our car, and then to something a bit more economical. But it's not really easy. In fact, now this one safe, we are just praying because we still need something that can be better. So these are the things we had to sort out. So we're spending, and we used to have service almost every day. We have a lot of midweek services, but approximately one major midweek service and then Sunday service. We're spending so much of fuel in a week. Just imagine, for the one for the house and car, that's about 7 days in a week. That's 70,000 naira every week. Can you imagine? So we had to make drastic decision, and thank God for provision, because even like when it was time to get the solar, it was like everything just came at the time when it was supposed to come. That's the best way I can explain it. Everything came at the time when it was supposed to come, and things just kind of moved very, very smoothly. Yeah, so that's the story about the solar. And since we got it, the peace of mind, that's the biggest thing about getting solar electricity, peace of mind. And then we were looking at it and thinking about that. There's so many people who could afford to get this, but it's not a priority, and they don't really know the impact or the difference it can make. So before I got married, I know what solar is. Before I got married, we had an inverter in my father's house, and right now my parents' house, they are even off grid in terms of how they generate their own electricity. Like, they have a lot of panels and like 8 batteries. I think they have 15 panels, 8 batteries. Like their entire household is run by the sun. It's amazing. It's really amazing. And every time my dad would visit us, my dad would always say that we needed to get solar. You guys need to get solar. We always saw it like such a big expense. Like, yeah, we'll do it. Like, these people, we always saw it also as if they didn't understand. Like, we have so much bills, we have so much responsibility with church. So we would just say yes, sir. Every time my dad would say it. But it's not like we didn't want it. We didn't think we were up for it. Timumbu made us up for it. We opted for it because it just became a necessity. And I think it needs to get to that point for a lot of people, because you don't even realize, like, I'm telling you that since we started to use it, there's just been a lot of peace of mind, knowing that I can plug my phone, I can charge my power bank, I can charge my what's this thing called, electric fan, rechargeable fan, my laptop. And then another thing is the internet in our house works with electricity. We don't have a battery for it. So as long as there's light, there'll be electricity. As long as the internet device is plugged, as long as the electricity, rather, there'll be internet. So as long as the internet device is plugged, there will be electricity. So it's been amazing, and I totally recommend getting solar, or at least consulting. So what I'm going to do is that for you guys who are watching this video and you're thinking, oh, I would like to get solar, or I'd like to at least consult to see my options, then I'm going to leave the number of our vendor, the person we consulted, somebody that we know personally. He's going to give you a discount if you come from Lade. So you have to tell him that you found him through Lade. Don't wait for him to ask you, tell him, so that you can get a discount, you can get something off. I'm also preparing for a video that I'm going to be shooting. I think that video is going to come up before this video, because that video needs to come up ASAP, like right now. One second. All right, so let me come in. About me, I need a little water to put on this week. So yeah, I'm preparing for another video, but I have a special guest coming on the channel, by the way, very soon. We are planning a wedding, our first wedding in Light Life Church, and I have the honor and the privilege to host our bride to be on this channel. So what do you guys think we should talk about when we make a video? What do you guys want to hear? The videos I made about planning an introduction, planning a wedding, those videos have really done well on my channel, and I'm still trying to come back, guys. Pray for me. So I'm going to be having the Iyawo on the channel every time. Pastor is on his way to church. Okay. I'm going to be having her on the channel soon, so you guys just tell me what we kind of have an idea of what we'll talk about, but not really too much. So if you guys have suggestions of what you would like for myself and the bride to be to talk about, then I'll be very happy. Yeah, so this is the major reason why for a long time I regretted moving to Nigeria. The light situation, the internet situation, very pathetic, very bad. It can almost make you suicidal. This is why a lot of Nigerians are not normal. This is why people are cranky, because you're not in charge, you're not in control. Like, you're not in control of anything. You cannot say, okay, I'm going for a job interview, and you plan yourself to iron your clothes, or it's just a very unstable system. That's how I can say it. And the instability of the system really shook me when I came, and for a long time I was regretting, although I knew that God had a hand in my coming. He told me to come and all of that, but for a long time I was regretting coming to Nigeria. But I thank God that it's not so bad, and that as we are growing, things are becoming better. Yeah, I hope this inspires you to tell your people to get solar. It will reduce half of their life's problems. They'll be more productive and things will get better. Call this number on your screen for a consultation. Tell him you are from Lade Owolabi or Yahoo Pastor, Light Life Church, and I'm very sure he'll give you a very, very great deal and some type of discount. Thank you so much. Until next time, don't forget to be the best version of you. Bye.